So tell me you did it without telling me you did it.
P-A-S-C-A-L.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias. The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. Let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and follow button on Facebook if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to get into this story. We got a quick one for you guys. And it's kind of a rant, kinda, sorta. But I haven't talked about Bryan Kohberger and the Idaho 4 case tragedy in a very, very long while. But something recently came out yesterday that I definitely wanted to address with the fam. All right. Bryan Kohberger has been asked to present his alibi. There's been many, many questions about his said alibi, where he was during the time of these unthinkable things that happened to the Idaho 4. These 4 college students that lost their lives inside a house right on campus. All right. Now, his team has been doing a lot of work. They've been doing a lot of different things, a lot of legalese, trying to throw certain things out the window. There was a moment when we literally thought that maybe, well, at least a lot of people thought, good portion of people thought, that Bryan Kohberger, or at least the case, could possibly be thrown out the window. Obviously, that's not the case. So everyone, rest your weary little heads. Nothing's going on. Everything is going still according to plan. But one thing that I found very interesting, and this just to me, I already know that there's going to be some people that might be jumping the Bryan Kohberger is innocent ship after seeing something like this. We got to break this down. Again, Bryan Kohberger's team has allegedly come out with his alibi. Let's take a look at this, guys. This is pretty crazy. All right. And I'm just only using this snippet because there's a lot more to this. All right. But wow, very, very interesting stuff indeed. So it says Bryan Kohberger, or Mr. Kohberger, has long had a habit of going on drives alone. Often, he would go for drives at night. Now, see, this is the part where I keep wondering, like, what is he doing? Is he blasting like Death Cab for Cutie or something like that? Is he blasting some emo, right? Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Like, is he playing that while he's just driving down the street? Some 30 Seconds to Mars or How to Save a Life. I'm just wondering, like, what is he doing driving late at night? I'm just curious. Yeah. And then also at the same time, you got the phone turned off at the same doggone time. Make that make sense. But let's continue, because there's more to break down in this conversation. So he often would go on drives at night. How convenient. He did so. He actually did on that day, on that night, late on November 12th, and into November 13th. So he was there late at night, driving through the area, blasting his music in his fields. Long ago and oh so far away. You know what I'm saying? He's just in his car in his fields, late at night, November 12th, into the wee hours of the morning on the 13th of November, the night that everything went down. Okay, Mr. Kohberger is not claiming to be at a specific location at a specific time. At this time, there is not a specific witness to say precisely where Mr. Kohberger was at each moment of the hours between late night, November 12th, and early morning, November 13th. He was out driving during the late night and early morning hours of November 12th to November 13th, 2022. The same time, let me say that again, the same time this whole thing went down. So you're telling me that you were out around that, you are admitting from the probable cause affidavit that we've seen before, you are admitting that he's admitting that he was out there in these streets, driving around, blasting his music, deep in thought. But he can't give us any specific spot that he went to. He can't even sit there and go, yeah, I had the late night munchies. I went to Taco Bell. I picked up this, that, and the third. Oh, no, I went to Denny's and I got a Grand Slam or a French Slam. Now I'm getting hungry. But you see what I'm saying? He had plenty of opportunities to go and say something, but he's admitting that he was there. And again, the probable cause affidavit shows his cell phone was turned off at a specific time. They talk about the route that he probably took, etc. Why would he suddenly say that he did this, that he was driving, but then of course say, no, I can't tell you what pit stops I took. I can't tell you where I went, so on and so forth. To me, guys, I know that, again, this is gonna make people feel some type of way. Some people are going to be for this, and some people are going to be totally against this, basically still saying, no, he's innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He's innocent. So let's play that side of the side of the fence for a second. There's a good possibility that he's still innocent. Remember, he's innocent till proven guilty in the court of law. Now, the court of public opinion, there's a lot of people that feel some type of way about this on both sides. Some people are diehard, he's innocent, and some people are saying, no, he done did this. So you got this guy saying that he was there or driving around in the area. He's admitting that he was in a car driving late at night in his white Hyundai, driving around, but he can't tell you exactly where he was. Wouldn't it be really helpful if he said, yeah, I was in a drive-through burger joint that was open late at night, or I was at a Denny's or a diner, or I went to a local watering hole and grabbed a couple beers? Maybe they could go and grab that security camera footage to show proof positive that he was there. Maybe some eyewitnesses, some people that are around that could see him could actually corroborate this story of him just driving around and maybe taking a few pit stops. He drove around for a while, several hours, if that's the case. If he didn't do any of this, several hours he drove around. Several. And you're saying no one, he didn't go into a gas station, fill her up, and get some gas for the tank? Nothing? Again, it seems a bit weird. I'm curious about that. Now, and that's on that one side. I get it that some people could see this as him being still innocent. Yes, let's also play that part too. Let's not forget, he could also just be someone who likes to drive late at night. Some people like to do that. It is a bit odd, given the fact that of the situation that has been handed to Kohberger in this situation, the trial, the 4 innocent lives that have lost their lives. He was driving around that specific time. Okay, I get it. Could be a coincidence, but I don't see it that way. I really don't. You got a guy who is saying, his team is now saying, yeah, he likes to go on long drives and contemplate and meditate and think about life late at night. And during that same time that these 4 were fighting for their lives and lost their lives tragically in such a horrific way, he happened to be driving in the area too. Oh, and yeah, I forgot. Yeah, his phone was off during that time. Question still remains. What's the reason why he shut off his phone? Listen, guys, I get it that there are people out here that are going to hold on to him and fight for his innocence. But to me, something just ain't right with this. This to me is basically saying, hey, tell me you did it without telling me you did it. Driving late at night, yes, that seems a bit odd. But people do it, allegedly. But the convenience, the coincidence of this being around the same time all this went down, and the fact that he can't even tell us specifically where he was at what times, does make you wonder. Because again, let me show you guys this one more time. He was out there for a long time. He was there late at night on the 12th of November into the wee hours of the morning, November 13th, the very next morning. around the time that these 4 individuals lost their lives tragically. So he was driving around for 4-something hours, 4+ hours. You know, I'm being very generous with the hours, but he was out for a good long time. He didn't have to fill up his tank ever. I mean, I know that there's a lot of economy type cars out here that you can have a lot of mileage per gallon of gas, etc. But at the same time, he was out there for a long time. He didn't stop at a gas station. He didn't get the munchies at some point. Just curious. And it's not like they could sit there and say, oh, yeah, he was a Lyft driver. He was working for Uber. We need to see proof. This is weak, in my personal opinion. To me, this is a weak-ish alibi. And I'm wondering how he's going to pull himself, well, actually, how his team is going to pull him out of this situation. Because you got to remember, they got to poke holes, Swiss cheese holes of reasonable doubt in the prosecution's narrative, in their argument. But this piece, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Because I know there's some people out here that are diehard, thinking that he's innocent. I mean, diehard innocent Coco. To me, I'm still on the side of there's a lot of evidence pitting up against him. This alibi is trash, in my personal opinion, and makes me lean even harder on the side of him guilty. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, let's not forget, there's a good possibility that this is true, that he just likes to drive. And he just happens to be driving the same type of car at the same time, in the same path where this tragedy went down. That is a possibility. But still, the coincidences are just too weird and odd, in my personal opinion. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button. And most definitely, please do not forget to crush that subscribe button. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and follow button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.